What's going on, guys? Welcome back to some more Avatar standard content here on the channel. And Badger Mole Cub, who's that guy? You know, I see everybody playing Badger Mole Cub, and it's all everybody can talk about. But what about my little friend Momo? Can we talk about Momo today? Before we talk about Momo, a quick word from today's sponsor, CoolStuffInc.com. This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com. Be sure to use promo code Doom at checkout if you guys want to buy any singles, sealed sleeves, or deck boxes. Cool Stuff Inc. They got cool stuff, and they got it in stock. And with that out of the way, let's talk about this little guy here named Momo Friendly Flyer. So again, as I said earlier, everybody's talking about Badger Mole Cub right now. That's all that everybody seems to be playing in the ladder. But don't forget about Momo. So this guy, he's a 1 mana for a 1/1 flyer. It says the first non-lemur creature spell with flying you cast during each of your turns costs 1 less to cast, and whenever another flyer enters, he gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So cost reduction on a 1-drop, pretty powerful. And not only cost reduction, you also get a little bit of added aggression on top of it, because when you're playing the flyers, Momo gets +1/+1. So for example, if like the natural curve is, the reason I'm so obsessed with this card is to pair it with warp creatures. So if you go turn 1 Momo, turn 2, you can pay 1 mana to warp a Starfield Shepherd. That'll pump the Momo. You can go search for a Pixie, and then you can use your other mana to play the Pixie to then pick up the Shepherd. You can now attack for 3, and you have a 2/2 flying Pixie along with the Momo, and then you can just do it all again next turn. The other reason I've been so obsessed with Momo is pairing it with Airbender Ascension. So there's a lot of text on this card, but it is a 2-mana enchantment that when it enters, you can airbend a creature. Whenever another creature you control enters, you put a counter on it, and then end step, if this enchantment has 4 or more counters, you can flicker something you control. Now, the reason I've been so obsessed with Airbender Ascension is specifically in combination with Sunpearl Kirin and Nurturing Pixie. Even if you, certainly it gets better if you have Momo in the equation, but even if you don't, like, you can just go turn 2 Ascension, say Airbender 1-drop, and then turn 3 you can go Kirin, bounce nothing, and then Pixie bounce the Kirin, and now you have achieved 2 counters in the Ascension, and then on the next turn, you have that loop ready to go again. You can go Kirin, bounce Pixie, Pixie, bounce Kirin, and all of a sudden, now you have an Ascension with 4 counters on it, which can allow you to start flickering things. Now, I did try an Azorius version of this deck, which Azorius certainly utilizes the Ascension better, because the Azorius version was playing Starfield Shepherd and Quantum Riddler. But so this version doesn't utilize the flicker as well, although it is still quite good with Starfield Shepherd. It's more so just basically what you can do is that if you have a Pixie or a Kirin in play, and an Ascension that's fully online, you can end step Ascension to flicker the Kirin or the Pixie, and then bounce Nowhere to Run and have Nowhere to Run up on your opponent's turn. That's sort of what its best utilization is in this deck. So we're still a Pixie deck that has Momentum Breaker and Nowhere to Run with Pixie and Kirin. The other cool thing is Voice of Victory puts 2 extra creatures into play, which means that you get 2 more counters on the Ascension. So Voice allows the Ascension to flip very, very fast. And then I was trying to find some 3-mana flyers that were reasonable enough to put into my deck to be able to pair, with the cost reduction of Momo. These were the 2 that I found that kind of look the best to me. I'm certainly open to suggestions for different flyers that could replace these particular cards. Not super attached to them. The one thing I like about Darkstar Augur is that when you offspring it, like, you still get the discount on the offspring. So you can effectively pay BB1 for 2 copies of Darkstar Augur, which is, to me, sounds pretty powerful. A couple of Cecils to be able to fetch with Shepherd, a couple of random 1-drops. I'm trying a Momo Playful Pet, because this one is also something reasonable to flicker with stuff like Kirin and Pixie. The other upside to being Orzhov over Azorius is that the Azorius mana is, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, it's atrocious. And Orzhov mana is a lot better, because Orzhov gets to play a fast land and a shock land. Azorius has neither of those. And then in the sideboard, you got Avens for control, Rips for graveyard. Again, I've been singing the praises of Deathmark for the past couple of weeks now. If you're playing a deck with black mana, you should probably have this card in your sideboard. I think it's one of the best cards to board in against the Simic decks, and a couple of Wraths. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this particular deck list. Again, I've been doing a lot of experimenting with Momo, and I'm not entirely sure which version I like the best between this and Azorius. I think that Azorius has a higher power level, but I do think the mana in Orzhov is so much more clean. So it's a bit of give and take. Again, I would highly recommend you give both a shot and see which one, feels the best to you. But in any case, let's go to some games. So I'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Imagine the doubters that were like after we crashed in the first game, the doubters who were just licking their lips for all those free points. I got bad news for you, doubters. All right, this hand is really good if they don't kill Momo, and really bad if they do kill Momo. So they're just not going to kill the Momo. Ooh. Okay. It's gotta just be Shepherd for Pixie, right? Shepherd for Pixie, pick up Shepherd. I guess I don't have to do that. Did we ever just play the Augur this turn? Could also play Breaker. No, let's just go Shepherd for Pixie, I think. And then next turn I can go Shepherd for a land, play Breaker, or maybe play Voice. I mean, I kind of... let's just do this. I kind of want to do that next turn. I'm going to do this. Yeah, and then next turn, Shepherd for land. I mean, I guess this line is worse if they kill the Momo next turn, but... because then we don't get the discount on Shepherd. Yeah. Okay. So this gets planes. Do you want Maya in the side versus this kind of deck? I don't actually think Maya's that good. Because, I mean, like, it really only is 2 damage, because they're going to shock it every time. So it doesn't seem that good to me. So Shepherd for a land again. Shepherd for land and then Breaker. Breaker or Nowhere? Probably Nowhere, actually. Alright, your turn. They do have all spells in hand, right? Because they missed a land drop that turn. Okay. Well, that's 3 lessons. So they're doing prowess, but with lessons. That's kind of cool. Honestly? I'm in. What's the worst that could happen, right? We're not going to flip 2 Shepherds next turn. Holy. And I thought I was drawing a lot of cards. Well, this went from bad to worse. I guess I will play Voice. Then kill Gran. 07's for Gran. They did build their own Ancestral Recall. Alright, rip Bozo Gran. They don't have any more Ancestrals, do they? Just thinking talent to pick up the knowledge. The wisdom. talent, pick up wisdom. It's a lot of planispheres. Really? Not going for talent this turn. Interesting. Okay. Really wish I had one more land. Because I wanted to go... I want to go Kieran, pick up Seam Rip, and then also play Darkstar, but I don't have enough mana to do that. Also, the question is, what do I kill, Gran or Token? Probably Gran, I guess. Because they can just equip the Gran anyways. If I kill the Token. It does make them spend more mana, though. That's a tricky spot. Very, very tricky spot. I guess the upside of killing the token is I get to bounce the Seam Rip later on. Yeah, alright, I'll do that. So bounce Rip, kill token, and that makes drawing another pixie good. I guess this is fine. It's not like the cleanest turn, because I did kind of burn 2 mana there, but it's fine. Yep, so that's going to pick up the Accumulate Wisdom. God. Storm Chaser's talent to pick up Accumulate Wisdom is something else, especially with Gran in play, too. My goodness. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you attack with that Gran, I'm trading. I'm trading for Gran. Oh no. Not like this. Not like this. I think we're just gonna get Pixie. 4 Planispheres, by the way. Is there a chance I just die next turn? I guess there is. There's definitely a chance I die. Like, equip 2 Planispheres, play 3 spells. Oh. What? I guess there's not a chance that I die that turn. Alright, well. Didn't think we'd get this far. Alright, rip my ass. I don't think I want anything else against them. Oh, actually, no. Rest in Peace is good against their version, because they have the Accumulate Wisdom. So it turns off Wisdom, Combustion, and Talent. Yeah, Rip has to be good against them. And then we remove the shitty one-ofs. Cut like 1 Ascension and the Zoraline. Zoraline kind of awkward if we're boarding in Rip. I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse. The Gran has showed up to party. Right on time, bozo. I guess we go voice first. A double spell next turn. Yeah. I haven't tried Lessons with the Prowess package. The Lessons deck that I've been playing has been Tolarian Terror and Eddie Mercrab. But basically, if you just took the Lesson package, like you could just, you know, Combustion, Boomerang, the draw 2, the shock, and the draw 3. Like, you take that package of cards, and then you pair it with talent and Planisphere. I'm sure that's fine. Yeah, you could even probably build a more controlling version of it too. Sure, that's fine. Momo! 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 Can make your opponent discard a response to their abandoned attachments. Oh, that's kind of cute. How do you make them discard at instant speed, though? Gran's back. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. How the fuck do I beat that card? That's a really good question. I don't really have an answer for you, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have a good answer for you. Oh god, the Offspring token pumps Momo twice? I didn't even think about that. Maybe we should just be playing more Augurs. Obviously, like, you know, sometimes you're gonna flip Shepherd, and, you know, that's just what you just have to live with that, but you don't flip Shepherd, it's pretty good. Seems bad.
You get to be my protege today. I have a plan.
Morale's at 9? Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. It's all bad. It's all bad. Alright, well, if they just don't draw spells, then maybe we can win. They probably won't draw spells. Am I living on a prayer? I'm living on a prayer this game. Oh, because I can legend rule the Grand. Okay, I fucked up. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot that Grand's a legend. She doesn't look very legendary, you know? No offense. You know, it just doesn't register to me as a legendary creature.
Another genius idea by Rob.
I'm not trying to start, you know, drama with the Grand, but no shade, all right? No shade.
A new world requires new strategy.
That's rough, buddy.
I've calculated exactly what I need.
God, the fact that Grand discounts every single spell too is just like, come on, dude. How am I ever supposed to beat this deck? She is an archetype, the Grand that defines all Grands. That's rough, buddy. All right, let's try this in game 3. Maybe we get to be in the play, so there's that. Mai would be good versus this deck. See, you say that, but, like, they have a bunch of kill spells, you know? They have boomerangs, they got shocks, they got techniques. Like, Mai is a 2/2 for 2 that deals them 2 damage and discards a card from their hand. Is that card good against them? Maybe, I don't know. Like, there's situations and spots where that's decent, but it doesn't, like, you know, it doesn't just KO them, because they have plenty of ways to kill it. And I'm not trying to get into this, like, dies to Doomblade argument, but you know what I mean? It's like, they just have so many ways to kill it. Man, Momo into Augur is pretty sick. This is a nice little curve. Okay. It's not a kill spell for Augur. No kill spells? No, I didn't think we get this far. Ooh, okay, okay. Oh, I just realized I have a fucking multiversal passage on black. God damn it. So I can't even bounce the Seam Rip here and still cast it. Nice mana XDD. Shit. I mean, I'm still gonna bounce the Seam Rip, but it's a little awkward. I will say it is slightly awkward. Perhaps we should be playing Starting Town over Passage because of that? Maybe. Because every time you have to Passage on black, it's kind of awkward. I mean, they can race me with the Darkstar Augur, I guess. That's their plan. Are they gonna kill it? I hope they kill it. You're gonna bounce it? Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't even want to bounce the Augur. That's your win condition. Alright, don't flip Shepherd. Easy. Easy. Alright, rip my ass. So this is... Okay, I actually think I am going to bounce the Augur. So let's get... Oh, why did I float a black mana? Because I was going to get Cecil, that's why. And then we go play Cecil, attack for 6. You know what? I'm actually not a coward. I've determined that I'm not a coward. The coward's line would be to bounce the Darkstar Augur there, but I'm not a coward. We're just gonna let it ride. Just don't flip a 9-drop next turn. The lessons deck does look a lot worse when they, like, when they're stumbling like this and they just don't have the third lesson. Because a lot of the lessons cards are, like, you know, they're really only good if you get the 3. I do kind of wish there was one more warp card to synergize with the Ascensions that you can, like, warp and then kind of scam into play once you get the Ascension online. We could try Halia, because Halia does play nicely with voice, and then you kind of want voice anyways because of the Ascension, so that kind of, like, whole package deal makes sense. That could be something worth trying. Jeez. Turn 2 Augur is pretty gross, too. Big fan of turn 2 Augur. This matchup, huh? I've not played this matchup yet. Rip. Rip. Well, dead next turn, I guess. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I think I'm just cooked. I don't know why I played the Kieran over the Pixie. That was kind of dumb. Why did I even bounce the... What am I doing? I'm so dumb. I should have played the Pixie there for sure. Yeah, I should have played Pixie. I wasn't even thinking. Okay. I mean, if they just never draw Cavero, I guess we're fine. Hold. Hold. Shepherd? Okay, okay. Got any graveyard hate for me? Nope. I'm at 16. So we go Shepherd for... Shepherd for what? Could just be the other Momo, maybe? Actually, I kind of like that. Shepherd, get the other Momo. Play the other Momo, and then we go Pixie, pick up Shepherd. Actually, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I think it's just Pixie, pick up Momo. Replay Momo. Because that'll be 9 damage. Yeah, I just need to get them dead fast. Then we can scry 2 off this. Or just get a counter, maybe. Yeah, counter here. Okay, alright, alright, I like this. This is 10. Momo gets really big really fast. Alright, well, I mean, obviously we're dead if they have Cavero, but I think we're fine as long as they don't have Cavero. Which means they're not going to cast Cavero this turn. That's definitely what that means, right? Right. Yeah. Alright, fine. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Okay, rip, interrupter, and bat. Seam rip out. Nowhere to run out. Novice gone. Maybe an Ascension. No, I got the Zorline actually. Got the Zorline and keep in. I guess we could maybe do like an Appa. Let's do an Ascension. Alright, I'll try like that. Appa's kind of expensive against them. In theory, you can Appa your stuff in response to their Cavero, but I mean, if you Appa a bunch of your stuff, they still get to resolve their Cavero. So like, they put 4 creatures in play, you have nothing, you can play 2 spells next turn, like it's still just not a winning line, you know? Like, you kind of just have to mull to rest in peace against them. And hope it's good enough. Which, sometimes it is, you know, their deck can't always be rest in peace. Right, that's why I'm not going to play it until turn 4. Do I get a land or a Pixie? The reason I don't want to cast the Rest in Peace this turn is they can just go land 3 and then play the 3-mana thing that kills it. So I'm gonna wait one more turn to play the Rest in Peace, I think. Question is land or Pixie? Like, what does the planes actually do for me? It doesn't really do that much, right? Because I kind of need to draw a black source to be able to cast the other cards anyways. So I think it's just better to get Pixie. I just don't think the planes does that much with this hand. Yeah, it also maximizes damage this turn. Hit for 6. And then next turn, if we don't draw a land, we can just go Shepherd, get planes, play Rest in Peace. So even if I miss next turn, I still just make the same play. And then if I draw a black source, I can go Rest in Peace and Cecil. But yeah, I think there's definitely something to be said about holding the Rest in Peace. This is the exact reason why you hold it. Because if you play it on turn 2, they just get to kill it with Awaken. And now they have to have a second Awaken to kill it. Which, I mean, they might, you know. They very well could have a second one, but, yeah, whatever. I think I still played this right. Two Caveros down. That's good. That's very good. So here we can go Shepherd for a plains. Man, I really wish I wish there was like a creature that you could tutor off Shepherd that would be some sort of graveyard hate. I don't think that exists, but that'd be really nice if there was. So I can go Shepherd for plains, play Augur. Oh wait, no, they're not dead, right? Yeah, I'm 1 mana short. I can't kill them, right? Shepherd Pixie pickup? No, I know that, but like... Shepherd for any flyer also does that too, right? Because I can also just cast the Augur from hand. If I had an untap land, I could kill them. But I don't have an untap land. Can Shepherd for Momo, but that doesn't kill them. No matter what I get, I'm 1 point short. So I guess what we'll do is we'll get the Pixie, and then if they get lucky and mill over the Bringer, we at least have Shepherd left over. Like, we have good leftovers, you know what I mean? I mean, if they don't mill the Bringer, then they're probably just dead, right? Oh, fuck, they can discard the Bringer, right? Okay. Yeah. They did stack them wrong, which is good. Rip. Oh! It's a forced return? It's not a May? That's awesome. I didn't realize it was a forced return and it wasn't just a May. That's good for me. Well, I mean, if they had stacked the triggers correctly, then... it might be good enough. Shit. Now what? Oh, not like this, man. Not like this. I can't search a kill spell. Oh, man. I guess we just Offspring Augur, maybe? Force trade, then Offspring Augur. Actually, no, I don't want to force the trade. I don't think. Forcing trade is bad, because if this is in the graveyard, it makes their Cavero a lot worse for me. So let's just do this. I mean, we probably would have just been dead last turn if they knew how to stack their triggers, but... the thing is, we might still just die this turn anyways, you know? But they did spot us a turn. No, it's only on YouTube. think they got some sort of like exclusivity deal with YouTube. Well, that's good news. All right, opponent, how are you beating 2 lethal flyers? Okay, that's what I thought. That's rough, buddy. Do we want any of the, like, any no-order runs for the stupid 2-3? Is that worth it? I don't think so. It's like, it's the only card that no-order run's good against. Feels way too narrow. Yeah, I don't think I want that. Yeah, the European one and the Canadian one are both on Twitch, but for the United States ones, I think Star City probably cut like some sort of deal with YouTube, and that's why they're only on YouTube. Deathmark is great. And, like, just having a 1-mana card that you can play against Simic, it's just so important. It's very narrow, like it's not going to come in a lot of matchups, but it is very important to have a 1-mana card that you can play going second against Simic, and like actually is not restrictive. The problem with a lot of the kill spells, like Seam Rip doesn't hit their 3 drops, -2/-2 doesn't hit their X3s, X4s, so, you know. They shocked? Why'd they shock? I mean, I'm just gonna go get a Momo. Momo! 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 Cash grab. Yeah. I mean, Millbringer and then hit Cavero is, that's definitely a line. And this Rest in Peace probably just cooks them, right? Rest in peace. It's rough, buddy. Okay. So now we don't necessarily... Oh, man. I was going to say we don't have to hold up Interrupter this turn. I mean, what are the odds that they mill exactly Bringer in 3 cards? Because if I hold up Avon, I can't do anything else with my turn. Like, I can go Pixie, bounce the Playful Pet, put a counter on the Momo, hit for 3, and then hold up Avon. I just don't want to do that, though. I'm just going to gamble. They're simply just not going to hit the, you know, they're 1 in 3 or whatever. I don't know what the number is, but they're just not going to hit it. If they do, good beats. Ah, see? All right. Chillin'. The problem is, like, I don't think you're putting enough pressure on them if you hold up the Avon that turn, you know? Like, if you just go, again, you can go untap land, Pixie, pick up Playful Pet, counter on Momo, hit for 3, and, like, that's okay, and then you have 3 power in play, you can play Augur next turn, maybe put a 4th power in play, and maybe it's fine, but... I feel like it's just better to do it this way. Well, that kind of changes things. Now we just do this and hold up Avon. That's rough, buddy. But again, I think if you're playing the Pixies, you kind of have to play the black cards. You can't really just be blue-white. Because if you're just blue-white, you don't have enough kill spells, I don't think. Probably control some variety. Seam Rip. Probably go Ascension first. the hell is this? People still play that card? All right. Well, I didn't kind of forget that card existed, but if I knew they were playing that card, I probably wouldn't have attacked, but this will probably resolve. High likelihood that this resolves. I'm waiting. I gotta save it. I think I have to save it. Offspring being 2 triggers for Ascension is kind of hot. Alright. Darkstar Augur has resolved. Man, I don't hate the spot that we're in. It certainly could be worse. Alright, just don't flip a 5, please. Whatever you do, don't flip a Shepherd. Oh. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Kind of. I mean, I can't really do anything with the Ascension now, but go. I guess. It's not really doing that much, but free counter on the Ascension. I have 2 cards left. What about red for removal instead of black? Like Jeskai, maybe? Yeah, it could do the sauna room and maybe chainsaw. Jeskai would also maybe let us play the Jeskai would also maybe let us play the Nova Hellkite. And Momo into Nova Hellkite is pretty sick. Outpace Oblivion. 3 mana enchantment, deal 5. I think you kind of need your removal spells to cost 2. 3 mana is kind of maybe a non-starter. But I think both the Room and Chainsaw are both fine if you wanted to maybe be Jeskai. I actually kind of forgot about the Steaming Sauna when I was, because we played a Boros version of this earlier, and I was only looking at Boros cards, and I think I kind of forgot that Sauna was a card because it's an Izzet card, so I just didn't look at it when we were building the deck. But that could be something. And maybe just the Boros version with Momo and Hellkite. That's rough, buddy. Don't think I'm winning this game. Okay. I'm good. I yield. I yield. Okay, Avon, Elspeth, Bat, Appa. Seam out, Nowhere out. I mean, everything else is pretty good. I can cut... Maybe the Zorleen goes, because we are boarding in a lot more 3s. I don't know, Zorleen's pretty good, though. Like, post Day of Judgment, 5 mana, you go Zorleen, pay 2, get back Voice. An Ascension, maybe. Try that. Which I guess Headliner is pretty good with the Ascension, too, because that's 2 bodies. So Headliner might just be good anyways. But those are probably the best ones. Hmm. Have to be a little bit worried about. Star Cage here. Just gonna do this. It's save voice if they have Star Cage. It's a nice little curve. I mean, we're in a really good spot if they don't have Star Cage. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay. So now... Now what? Do we think they have Day of Judgment next turn? Pretty good chance they do, right? I don't know. I kind of want to go Shepherd, Pixie, pick up Shepherd, and then just play Breaker. So I guess we'll just Breaker first then. I'm going to save... I am going to save the voice, though, because I think they're going to cast Day of Judgment next turn. So I'm just going to do it like this. And then even if they Wrath me, we at least still have Voice and Shepherd left over, which seems pretty good, right? Hit for 5, they go to 9. Okay, well, I didn't expect that. Guess I should have played the voice. Did not really expect to get jousted through. They did get me really good, though. They did get me really good. Get jousted. Get jousted, son. I mean, I'm just gonna keep doing this. If you're gonna keep letting me do this, then I'm gonna keep doing it. We got 2 cards in hand? I can always Shepherd for a land. I'm gonna keep that on top. I think keeping that on top is fine. Like, I don't currently need a land, so... And like I said, if I want a land, I can always grab one. Guess we go voice first. Yeah, voice into bat into shepherd. Oh no, I can't do both, right? I can't do both. I can't play bat. I can bat and map. I counter your spell. Isn't that just worse than countering it? I guess not if they get a land off of it. Yeah, they just keep a land in hand. Or not. Definitely don't want that. A dose. I mean, if they draw Wrath, we're kind of cooked, but... They could draw Balance. That does not quite do it. Alright. Game 3. Not even Elspeth's Smite. Elspeth's Smite got reprinted in Foundations, didn't it? I mean, I could Shepherd for a land. Was this hand good enough if we Shepherd for a land? I think so. It's close. Let's try it. That's a good draw. That is a good draw. How do we sequence this, though? Okay, you're going to think I'm crazy. Kind of want to play Ascension here. And then next turn we can go Momo, Shepherd for 1, Pixie, pick up Shepherd. Get 3 counters in the Ascension. And then the turn after we can go Shepherd for 1, pick up land, play land, flicker Shepherd, hold up Aven. Yeah, I actually kind of like that. I think that line's good. God, the Ascension goes so fast when you have Shepherd. When you have Momo and Shepherd. Oh, by the way, somebody owes me a gifted sub. I don't know if that person's still here. I think it was Akarasi. I said, Chad, if somebody demolition fielded me, they owed me a gifted sub because I cut the swamp. So pay up. We found the one person playing demolition field. He already gave me the gifted sub. Did he though? Did he though? All right, don't counter this. I said, don't counter this! Fucking asshole. Shit. That makes my turn a lot worse. Oh, they knew that I was going to play against Demo Field. Now what? I guess I just go... I really don't want to play the Shepherd. I guess we're gonna do it. Yeah, I kind of hate it, but I just want to get another Momo. Momo! Yeah, that's not what I asked, opponent, but... Godless Shrine. Can I have a Momo? What do you say about the Momo? Bro, can you fucking cut that out? Can you cut that shit out? Maybe I should have waited to Offspring the Augur. Yeah, this might have been a spew. Because now if they just kill the Augur, I don't really have much left. Could Shepherd for another Momo. I don't give a shit about that. That I'm okay with. Okay. We have 5 mana here. So... Bat, hold up, Aven. Bat, hold up, Aven's pretty good. I think that works. Those are 3 really good spells. Well, I mean, I guess I'll take this. Alright, your turn. Your turn. They play Dragon, we have to even it. Which does turn the Ascension online, so... Could be alright. I think they're going to cast Dragon this turn. Makes sense. Okay, never mind. That's not bad. That is definitely not bad. So... I guess the problem here is they have the Fountain Port, so they can protect the Beza with that. Let's go to attacks first. See what they do. All right, I'm gonna cast Breaker and see if they decide to Fountain Port. If they do Fountain Port, we can just Pixie it. Okay. So now we go untapped, bounce the Breaker, hold up Aven. This is good. I thought there was a chance they would, use the Fountain Port there to protect, but they just want to cast the draw 3, it looks like. Oh, whoops. I should have untapped the Augur. Because they're playing Ride's End. Yeah, I should have untapped the Augur for sure. Consult. 2, 4, 5, 6. Do I even this? I don't know, man. So if I even this, they would have to spend 2 mana. No, I think I have to let this go. Yeah. Because if I even this, they can just pay 2 and then find Day of Judgment. Well, they don't have to kick it, right? They can just look at 6 for a Day of Judgment and then have 4 mana left over. I mean, the problem with this line is now they can just find... Yeah, so I have to let this go, actually. Yeah, the problem with this is now they can just find a counterspell. So it doesn't necessarily get me out of the jam. Because now they can just go Day of Judgment plus hold up counterspell for the Aven. If that does happen, we can go Shepherd maybe for Momo. And then flicker the Shepherd to start doing that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, we do rebuild pretty well with Shepherd Ascension. Oh. Well, that's also pretty good. Well, I'm just going to do that. I like that. And then we can flicker the Kieran, bounce a map token, draw a card. So target here. Do this, bounce map token. Yeah, see, now we're cooking. Now we are cooking. Tatiki has put in a song request. What you got for me, Tatiki? My Spotify is frozen. Hold on. Yeah, I understand the Spotify application is not responding. I got that part. I'm more so wondering why it's not responding. That's the question that I was asking. Can you tell me why it's not responding? It's literally just frozen. Why would you not bounce the Breaker there? Well, they have no cards, and I have another Breaker in hand. Starfield Shepherd. Check my Windows error log. Oh, it's working now. Oh, we're good now. All right, Tatiki song request. I haven't heard this song in so long. All right, would you like a Pixie, a Novice, or a Momo? Pixie, Novice, or Momo? Probably a Pixie, right? Yeah. Secret tunnel. And then we can go flicker the Shepherd. Flicker the Shepherd, get the other Momo, and then we can start getting value off Pixie and Momo. Dude, Ascension Shepherd goes pretty fucking hard. I'm telling you, man, we are really cooking with this deck. This deck fucking rocks. It's just infinite value, man. And again, I really do wonder, like, if we just make the Esper version with Riddler and Cryogen Relic and have more good and talent and more good stuff to flicker, like, I think this deck has a lot of potential. This has felt really good so far. All right, Ascension down. I repeat, Ascension down. So let's go get their last card. Do I like Orzhov better than Esper? Well, that's what I was saying. Like, I think there's a chance that maybe we want to build some, like, build an Esper version. Because getting to play Quantum Riddler with Airbender Ascension sounds pretty ridiculous. I'm turning this song up, by the way. This song fucking rips. Discard a card. Ang. Ang. Pretty sure you don't want to... I mean, I guess maybe you do want to Ang the Shepherd, but I'm just gonna replay it. I don't think that's that good. They still sacrifice? Right, so they lose the Ang either way. Isn't this just bad? They're just giving me free value, right? Like, no matter what they do. Because they have to sack it regardless. So they just gave me a free, like, Pixie or Kieran. That's probably the worst one to target, to be honest, but... yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. So, assuming they draw a Wrath, let's just do this. Pick up Shepherd. Because as long as I keep a Shepherd in my hand, I probably can't lose this game. Sure. How many Pixies do we have left? Just one? I think there's one left, right? Yeah, we have one. Which is still enough, because, you know, as long as we have one in the deck, we always have Shepherd for Pixie lines. I mean, that's good, but... I don't think it's good enough. I guess the other one doesn't matter, because we're going to search next turn. So they're at 10. So why don't we go Voice, Shepherd for Pixie. Yeah, last Pixie. Pixie, pick up Shepherd, play Cecil. Alright, your turn. And then hold the Shepherd in hand. Alright, don't draw a third Day of Judgment, please. I mean, they're drawing pretty well. I will say they are certainly drawing above average. Is there a best deck in Standard, in my opinion? Probably Simic. Simic, I would say Simic is probably the best deck.
That's rough, buddy.
I would define that as rough, buddy. Alright, I'm just gonna hold up Appa. 2 mana for Consult, play Flood Farm Verge. Not ideal. I guess I'm kind of surprised they didn't kick that. But maybe they just felt like they had to find a Wrath there. Because they were too far behind. Dude, I gotta say, look, this deck fucking whips. Like, I do think there is potential for a version, like an Esper version, but God, this deck has felt really, really good. I want to look at it again. Just to, like, look at the glorious deck that we have created. This deck whips. I mean, the Zoraline didn't come up super often. I could see cutting that. The Inspector didn't come up a ton. That could maybe go. But just, like, the idea of playing Airbender Ascension with Sunpearl Kirin and Pixie to like give you like a ton of fast ways to get Ascension online, and Voice of Victory too. Like everything about this deck felt really good. Love this one. Big fan.